Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And welcome to the March 26, 2018 legislative session of the Salisbury City Council. I'd like to call the meeting to order. I would ask each of you, please, to silence any electronic devices that make noise. And if you have to take a phone call, we ask that you do it outside of the chamber. We appreciate it very much. During the meeting, should an emergency arise, please calmly proceed to the exit, make a right-hand turn out of the chamber, go to the end of the hall and down the stairs. If for some reason that exit is blocked, please make a left, a right, and proceed to the end of the hall and go down the stairs. If you need special assistance, please let us know. We'd be happy to provide it to you. Please do not use the elevator if there is an emergency. On that note, I will invite Pastor Greg Morris of the Parkway Church of God for our invocation. Good evening, Pastor.
Thank you. Let us pray. Our gracious, kind Heavenly Father, we are truly grateful for the privilege to serve and to lead. We pray, God, your blessings upon the proceedings this evening, that you might receive glory, that you would use the wisdom, the might within this room to impact and influence our city in a positive way. Your word says that when the righteous prosper, that the city rejoices. I pray, God, that when these proceedings conclude, that there will be rejoicing. And we give glory and praise to you as our benefactor in all things. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor. Please rise now and join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor?
Mr. President, council members, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Let me just first say what a joy it is to have Pastor Morris in the room. As he knows, he is the pastor of the church where my grandfather pastored when he moved to Salisbury, Maryland, and it still holds a special place in my heart. It's always a joy to have you here to be with you. Also want to say April is a very special month, an important month. I'm going to read a proclamation, and then I'm going to invite a friend up here to talk and share some of the events that we have coming up this month, and some of the things that we're going to do as a community to acknowledge what April is all about. So this is Child Abuse Prevention Month in April, and we've done a lot as a city, I believe, and as a community to do a better job of addressing and building awareness around the youngest victims of abuse in our community. And frankly, there's too many of them. The Life Crisis Center, the Child Advocacy Center, the State's Attorney's Office, and our law enforcement agencies have worked incredibly hard, and Department of Social Services, I should say, have worked incredibly hard to reduce those incidences, but they're still far too high. So I'm going to read this proclamation, and then I'm going to ask Courtney to come join me, and anybody else you want to have come up. So, whereas today's children represent tomorrow's leaders, and the city of Salisbury remains steadfast in its commitment to ensuring the safety and security of our children, families, and communities. And child abuse, neglect, and maltreatment are a paramount concern to all, because they endanger vulnerable young lives throughout our city, county, state, and nation. And effective child abuse prevention programs succeed because of partnerships created among families, child advocacy centers, social service agencies, schools, faith communities, civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and business communities. And we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and ways to prevent it, because prevention remains the best defense for our children. And all citizens everywhere share a responsibility in preventing child abuse through diligent reporting of suspected cases of child neglect and maltreatment. And National Child Abuse Prevention Month, observed throughout the nation each April, provides a time to raise awareness about child abuse and neglect, and to encourage individuals to communities to support children and families. Now therefore, I, Jacob Day, Mayor of the City of Salisbury, do hereby proclaim April 2018 as Child Abuse Prevention Month in our city, and encourage all citizens to learn more about the various forms of child abuse that endanger vulnerable young lives, how to recognize the signs, and where to report it, because children are our most valuable resource, and partnering communities must be vigilant in safeguarding this resource. Now, as I invite Courtney and others up, I want to say this. There are a couple things going on in April that you need to be aware of, and I'm not going to get them all, so I'll get some of them. The pinwheels that you have probably seen around our city in April's past, you will see right now planted out by the Moose Lodge near the intersection of Snow Hill and Beagland Park Drive. Yesterday there was a planting. There are 500 pinwheels planted, correct? Okay, 500 pinwheels planted. I'll let Courtney talk about the significance. Pinwheels and the Pinwheels for Protection campaign started by Courtney and Roy Geiser and the team at Life Crisis is also a beneficiary of the Salisbury Marathon, half marathon, and 5K. In fact, the 5K, official 5K is the official 5K of the Pinwheels campaign, and the proceeds of which are going to go to the Pinwheels for Protection campaign. And every runner gets a little pinwheel pin. So register, even if you're not a runner, register anyway to support the campaign. Participate by walking, come out to the festival, go for a run, or if you're an absolute crazy person like me, try to run the full marathon, regardless of your capability of doing it, pulling that off. So it's all about our kids, it's all about our children, and Courtney, I'd like you to come up and, if you don't mind.
Actually, I'm going to have Meredith come up because she's
Okay.
with the Child Advocacy Center. So I'm going to
Perfect.
have her excited for the
How are
month.
you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Meredith Miller. I am the coordinator for the Wacomico Child Advocacy Center. We would like to personally thank Mayor Day for doing the proclamation for us and recognizing as April Child Abuse Awareness and Prevention Month. It's a time to recognize all the hard work that our Child Advocacy Center does. I have there's several staff members here from the Child Advocacy Center. We have Katie Brand, Tamara Smith, Sierra Cooks, Devin Sample. They are a few of our Child Protective Services workers. They are the ones that are out there on the front lines investigating these cases, and I feel that they should be recognized. We also have our Child Protective Services Supervisor, Ms. Pamela Thompson. Ms. Thompson has been with the CAC and Child Protective Services for 30 years now, so she has a lifetime dedicated to protecting the children of Wacomico County. So we wanted to let you guys know that we do have lots of events coming up for the month of April. We have partnered up as well with Life Crisis. Courtney's here from Life Crisis Center. Life Crisis is a partner agency with us, as well as social services, the state's attorney's office. We also have detectives assigned specifically from Salisbury City Police Department and the Wacomico Sheriff's Department. They go out with us and investigate cases. April the 6th, if you all would join us in wearing blue that day, it's Wear Blue Day for 2018. We will be decorating the downtown plaza in blue ribbons and different things like that, lights throughout the plaza. April 7th, Olympia Fitness Center is having what's called Power and Pinwheels Move-a-thon. It is going to be benefiting the Pinwheels for Protection that Courtney has. It is from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. April the 12th, there is a guest bartending and hoppers from 5 to 9 p.m. There'll be a silent auction, kids auction there, and lots of fun. We will also have information set up there on our Child Advocacy Center. April the 20th is our Child Advocacy Center open house. I do have flyers that I'm going to leave up at the table for you guys. Please come over, see our Child Advocacy Center, meet the staff, get more information on how you all can help us prevent child abuse in our community. And then, like Mayor Day said, April the 28th is the marathon, half marathon, 5K race. We will be helping with the kids area. So it'll be decorated in pinwheels and blue and white, so it'll be marked off. But we just wanted to thank you for doing this for us. It's very important. But it does take a community to protect children from abuse and neglect and other types of maltreatment. So the more information that we can get out to the community, hopefully the better we can protect our children. We also have a Facebook page too. All of these events are listed on there. It'll be at the bottom of this flyer. It's Wacomico Child Advocacy Center Foundation, Inc. So thank you all for having us. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm going to hand this proclamation off to you then, if that's okay.
Sure.
But I just want to reiterate, the CAC is a partnership that the city of Salisbury participates in with 2 full-time dedicated detectives that work at the CAC. And what an important partnership that is, that we are partners in addressing, responding to, and hopefully in time reducing incidences of child neglect and abuse. So we thank you so much for what you do. Thank you for being here today. And Meredith, thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. At this time, I'd like to invite Sarah Rain to the podium for a presentation.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for having us. We're from the Coastal Association of Realtors, and this is Joni Williamson. She is on our executive committee, the board of directors. She's going to deliver your real estate market report this evening, and I'm here for questions.
Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, do they have a copy of this?
Yes.
All right, so in your handout is a copy of what you see on the screen as well. And first thing we're going to share with you is a little bit of statistics on what's going on in the real estate market here in Salisbury. So in each of these graphs that you're seeing, the bar all the way to the left represents the year 2007, which we consider the last year of the recession for the bubble burst, if you will. And then the next 5 are the years 2013 through 2017. Just for comparison purposes, we have 2007 in there. As far as active listings go, as you can see, we are down. Inventory is down extremely low, and if you talk to any other realtors across the state or across the country, I think they'll tell you the same thing. We're seeing this just across the board. That's new listings and active listings. However, contracts are up and settlements are up. So sales are up. These are great statistics for our area. We're seeing a lot of activity in the market. We're seeing our agents are busy working with a lot of buyers and sellers. So that's definitely a good thing. And volume sold is up. So we're up as high as we've been since 2007, which is great news for our local economy. And so is the average sales price. It's slowly creeping up every year a little bit, as you can see. Right now in the city of Salisbury, we're hovering just around 163 as far as our average sales price goes at the end of last year. All right. So again, inventory's down, sales are up, which is kind of equating to the creeping up prices that you see there. So looking at some statistics for just the city of Salisbury, right now we have, or as of last week, we have 200 active listings with a current volume of around 42 million. Our average list price for those active listings is $212,000. As far as the homes that have sold so far this year in the first couple months of 2018, we've got 93 have sold. We've got 136 homes on the market and 137 new listings. And right now our inventory in Salisbury is hovering just around 372 active homes. And the average sales price of those sales, the homes that have sold, is $131,942. So down a little bit from the end of last year, but we only have a couple months of statistics to go off of there. So the next chart is very similar to the one we just saw, only it's looking at Wacomico County as a whole instead of just Salisbury. And you'll notice the trends are the same. Listings are down, contracts and sales are up. Our average sales price is up again, just almost the same as the city of Salisbury. We're right around 161 for the county. Our volume sold is up, so everything's looking great. And you'll notice that these trends are kind of what we're seeing across the state as well. Decreased inventory, increased activity, increased prices. Things are looking good in the real estate market. We're seeing that our agents are busy. A lot of people out there buying. We wish there were more people out there selling. Sarah's got a little bit more information to share with you guys.
So just so you know, these reports, as well as reports from other municipalities in Wycomico County, Worcester, and Somerset, are on our website at coastalrealtors.org under the Community and Advocacy tab. So for those of you who definitely could not read that, I mean, I couldn't read that, you can go check it out on our website. Also included in your packets that we provided to the council is our public policy statement, which gives you some information about our association. We are the largest trade association on the Eastern Shore of Maryland. We have over 1,000 members, realtors, and other real estate professionals. We are the owner and administrator of the multiple listing service. That's where the statistics are pulled from. It's the tool used by local realtors to buy and sell properties. Also, in your packet is a graphic from our state association of realtors that's just 10 facts about the role of real estate in the Maryland economy. Just about everything touches real estate. It's very difficult for a lot of industries to thrive if the real estate industry is not doing well. So this just kind of talks about how impactful the industry is in the state of Maryland. Does anybody have any questions?
Questions from the council?
Yes.
Mayor?
Gene.
May I ask one?
Sure.
I have one. So just one thing that is a little counterintuitive to me, and I wonder if there's an explanation for, is just the average sales price comparing Salisbury to Wycomico County. I would guess, and maybe it's my own assumptions here, that that there are more expensive suburban homes that would increase the average sales price for the county at large compared to the city, which has some smaller footprint homes. But I'm surprised to see that the city sales price is higher than the county-wide average sales price.
That is true.
Any
I'm not
Any
sure what the
explanation
reason
or
is,
any
other than
idea
there
what's
could be-
causing that?
Could be more lower priced properties in the county selling, whereas in the city, you're not seeing too many, and these are single family homes,
Sure.
not unapproved
Yeah.
or commercial or anything like that. So there's not a whole lot of turnover in the city of lower priced homes, whereas in the county, there's a little bit more.
Okay.
That could be the only reason, but it's interesting.
Just curious. Thank you.
Any other questions? We appreciate the information. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you for your time.
You can relax, Jody. You can relax. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to adopt the legislative agenda as presented.
So moved.
Mr. Ireton, Ms. Jackson. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as
So moved.
presented. Mr. Boda. And who was the second? I'm sorry. Mr. Ireton.
Good
Good evening,
evening.
Mrs. Nichols. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good.
On the consent agenda tonight, we have the March 5th, 2018 work session minutes, March 12th, 2018 regular meeting minutes, resolution number 2824, approving the reappointment of Jeremy Kirkendall to the Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory Committee for term ending March 2021. Resolution number 2825, approving the reappointment of Michael Dyer to the Disability Advisory Committee for term ending March 2020. Resolution number 2826, approving the city administrator and authorizing the city administrator and director of procurement to act on behalf of the city in executing a contract for the supply of electricity. Resolution number 2827, accepting the submission of RFP 104-17 rebid from M.W. Tillman Jr. and Barry Tillman for the sale of surplus plus real property located at 806 North Division Street. Resolution number 2828, accepting the donation of money from the Claudel Bowdle Jr. Revocable Trust for the Salisbury Fire Department to use in efforts to enhance its capabilities and providing the effective and efficient delivery of fire, rescue, and emergency medical services, and to improve the quality of life for the citizens of the city of Salisbury and the Salisbury Fire District. And resolution number 2829, accepting a donation from Eagle Scout Seth Roberts, Boy Scout Troop Number 149 of Delmarva Council, to construct and gift 2 park benches to the city of Salisbury for use in the city park. And that's it for the consent agenda.
Any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor of adopting the consent agenda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank
And
you.
And the chair votes aye. At this time, is Jeremy here? I didn't see Jeremy. Jeremy is on the bicycle pedestrian committee. Michael Dyer is here. Mike, could you please stand up and thank you very much. Mike is a longtime friend and associate when I was at Lower Shore Enterprise. He is in the executive of United Needs and Abilities and does a fantastic job. So thank you for serving, Mike. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Scott, I know you're here. I saw the, Seth, I'm sorry. Seth, stand up, please. It is a privilege to have an Eagle Scout in our chambers. And we congratulate you, and we certainly want to thank you for your donation. It's going to be, it's very well appreciated.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Seth.
Fantastic. It's good to have good news, you know? I'll entertain a motion to approve the award of bids.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Boda, Mr. Ireton. Good evening, Mrs. Miller.
Good evening. Maybe I'll have some good news. The first item is an award of bid requested by the Department of Field Operations to purchase a recycling collection truck through Houston Freightliner using a cooperative purchasing program, HGAC BUY, per section SC 16-3, General Policy of Competitive Bidding, Exceptions of the City of Salisbury Charter. Competitive bidding procedures performed by the City of Salisbury are not necessary or appropriate in the following circumstance. Contracts in which the city receives a contract price negotiated by the state, county, or other governmental entity pursuant to a valid contract. This charter designation, therefore, allows the City of Salisbury to participate in cooperative purchasing activities such as HGAC BUY. The Houston Galveston Area Council, HGAC, is a unit of local government and a political subdivision of the state of Texas. All products offered through HGAC BUY have been awarded by virtue of a public competitive process. The contracts awarded by HGAC BUY are then made available to local governments nationwide through the Cooperative Purchasing Program. The City of Salisbury has previously purchased items utilizing this program through the execution of an interlocal contract which sets out the conditions, requirements, and processes of the procurement. The Procurement Division has verified the contract pricing, terms, and conditions with a representative from HGAC BUY. There are 2 contract numbers in particular. Contract number HT06-16, which is medium and heavy trucks and truck bodies, and contract RH08-16, which is refuse handling equipment. And there are sufficient funds in the account number noted in your packet to purchase the requested truck. The Procurement Department requests Council's approval to award contract number 116-18 to Houston Freightliner in the amount of $121,236.
Any questions? Hearing none. Oh, you have another one? You have another one?
I do. One
Okay,
of-
let's do that.
This one's a declaration of surplus. The Department of Procurement received a surplus request from the Salisbury Fire Department to declare 2 fire engines, units E16 and E16-1, as surplus. These units have reached the 10-year service life expectancy established by the Fire Department on vehicles of this type, and as such has determined that they are currently at the maximum resale value due to age, condition, and mileage. Additional details regarding the units are noted in the departmental packet. Upon declaration of surplus, as approved by council, the Department of Procurement will attempt to sell these units at auction or via a brokerage agreement.
Questions?
Just, do we have any idea what we'll get for either of those two?
We did look up some comparative models.
Kelly Blue Book?
Red book.
Kelly Red Book. You know,
Jen's
you have
Blue
to
Book.
finish the-
We searched online, similar models, maybe 100, 135,000. That's what we've seen as like a posted sale price.
Will that come back in once they're sold to go towards new ones?
Yeah. Right, correct.
Yeah, it'll help us pay the debt service.
Debt
on,
service.
Existing trucks, the new trucks.
Chief, by any
Engines,
chance, do you
engines,
know how many
I'm sorry.
hours we have on that?
Hours,
Yeah,
are you referring to engine hours?
yeah.
I don't have an idea about the engine hours, but the.
Mileage?
Mileage is about, I do, as a matter of fact, I do. Mileage is about 80,000 on one and about 70,000 on another, but the engine hours aren't listed. But there, you know, Mr. Heath, that the runtime, idle runtime is really the determining factor.
Right.
Although these are heavy-duty diesel engines, our experience has shown that about 100,000 miles, they catastrophically fail. They have in 2 cases for us in the past, and we can't let them get to that
No.
point before we
No.
replace them, so.
Nope, understood.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor of approval of the award of bids, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Mr. Mayor, I cut you off, I think, but do you have
We
anything?
were still laughing about your Kelly Red Book.
I referenced the fire engines as trucks, and, you know, with more than one firefighter in the room, I recognize my mistake.
Engines are
Yes.
different than trucks.
Yes, sir, understood.
Just so we,
I'm gonna count out
Correcting myself.
100,000 miles too.
all right. We now have a public hearing on the Wilson Switch Road Chop Tank Electric property annexation. If there's anyone here that wishes to speak, please stand now and get sworn in.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
All right, I now open the public hearing for resolution number 2806 and 2807, approving the annexation plan and annexation for the Woolston Switch Road / Chop Tank Electric property annexation. Okay. Do we have any, do you want to say anything to begin, or,
Not unless someone else has a comment or a question or
okay?
what have you.
Do we have any questions? Okay. Hearing none, I'll call a motion, I'll close the public hearing. I'll call for a motion and a second to approve resolution number 2806.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ireton, Mr. Boda. Andy?
Resolution number 2806, a resolution of the City of Salisbury to adopt an annexation plan for a certain area of land contiguous to and binding upon the corporate limit of the City of Salisbury to be known as Woolston Switch Road, Chop Tank Electric Property Annexation, beginning for the same point on the corporate limit, said point lying on the westerly right of way line of Woolston Switch Road, running by and with the center line of Horsebridge Creek, then south and east around the property boundary back to Woolston Switch Road, and thence north to the point of the beginning. And you should have pictures and maps.
Yes, we do. We've got the packet. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote to approve resolution number 2806. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve resolution number 2807.
So move.
Second.
Ms. Jackson, Mr. Boda.
This is as amended on February 12th, 2018, resolution number 2807, a resolution of the City of Salisbury proposing the annexation to the City of Salisbury of certain area of land contiguous to and binding upon the easterly corporate limit of the City of Salisbury to be known as Walston Switch Road, Chop Tank Electric Property Annexation, beginning for the same at the point on the corporate limit, said point lying on the westerly route of right-of-way line of Walston Switch Road, thence running by and with the center line of Horsebridge Creek, thence south and east around the property boundary back to Walston Switch Road, and thence north to the point of the beginning. And again, you have your attached documentation.
Any questions? Hearing none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor of resolution number 2807, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Thank you. This annexation will become effective on Friday, May 11th, 2018, upon the expiration of 45 days. I will now entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 2477 for the second reading.
So moved.
Mr. Ireton?
Second.
Mr. Bowden?
Mr. President, it's my understanding that there are some amendments to the ordinance. Do you want to do them before I read it or afterward?
We're going to do them before.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to amend ordinance number 2477.
Second.
And on this amendment, I'd like to propose the following amendments. Number one, we need to strike lines 11 and 12 in their entirety. Number two, line 14, strike $1,270 and insert $2,970. Number three, lines 15 and 16, we need to strike clerk's office and insert GIS division. Number four, line 23, we need to strike city clerk Nichols and city council president Heath. Lines 32 and 33, strike legislative computer hardware fund, and 1100-546011, and insert GIS fund, and 8480-513400. Edit 6 needs to be lines 34 and 35. We need to strike Clerk's Office Computer Hardware Fund, 1100-546011, and $1,270, and insert GIS Fund, 84080-513-500, and $540. Number 7, we need to, on line 36, insert decrease GIS fund 81080-554406 by $265. And the 8th and final edit would be on line 37, insert decrease GIS fund 84080-554406 by $465.
Thank you. We have a second by Mr. Ireton.
Who can deny a man in pink?
We are willing spring, it's going to happen.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so with those amendments, I'll go ahead and read the ordinance here. This is an ordinance of the City of Salisbury approving a budget amendment of the FY 2018 General Fund to appropriate funds for a replacement vehicle for the Department of Information Services. Whereas the Department of Information Services is in need of a more reliable vehicle to replace Fleet Vehicle IT-1, and whereas the Department of Information Services has determined that $2,970 Savings were realized from the FY18 Computer Consolidation Plan for the Information Services GIS Division, and whereas the Department of Information Services determined that $3,600 savings were realized from the FY18 Computer Consolidation Plan for the Department of Infrastructure and Development, and whereas the Department of Information Services has received approval from the Department of Infrastructure and Development Director Pollock to use the surplus funds from their respective computer hardware accounts for the purchase of the replacement vehicle, now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salisbury, Maryland, that the city's fiscal year 2018 general fund budget be amended as follows. Paragraph 1, increase Department of Information Services Vehicle Fund 18000-577025 by $6,570. Decrease GIS Fund 84080-513400 by $1,700. Decrease the GIS Fund account 84080513500 by $540. Decrease the GIS Fund 81080-554406 by $265, and decrease the GIS Fund 84080-554406 by $465. Decrease the Department of Infrastructure and Development Computer Hardware Fund 81080-546011 by $1,700. Decrease the Department of Infrastructure and Development Computer Hardware Fund 84080-546011 by $1,900. Be it further ordained that this ordinance shall take effect from and after the date of its final passage.
Any questions? All right, the first we'll have to do is we'll have to vote on the amendment. And all those in favor of the amendment as stated by Mr. Boda, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Having amended the document, we will now vote on ordinance number 2477, the second reading. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. I'll entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 2478 for the first reading.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Ireton, Ms. Jackson.
Mr. President, I have I'd like to put a motion on the table to make some changes to ordinance 2478.
Mr. Ireton makes a motion to amend as read. Go right ahead.
Okay. Starting on line 4 of the ordinance, striking FY 2018 Fire Department budget and inserting capital project fund. On lines 5, 6, and 7, although in mine it might just be 5 and 6, strike from the city's general fund donations account to the fire department's vehicle and equipment accounts, and insert to the radio communications project using funds donated to the city. On lines 21, 22, and 23, and it may just be lines 21 and 22, because I don't have anything on 23. Strike purchase various apparatus and equipment with a total value of $120,958.47 for inclusion of its inventory of emergency vehicles and equipment, and insert allocate the funds towards the to the radio communication project. On line 26, strike Fire Department 2018, FY 2018 operating budget, and insert radio communications project. On line 28, which is it is on mine, and if is anybody else following that there was a mistake on that I made on my sheet, and I'm just doing it based on.
I have the next one being on line 30.
Yeah, and I have it being on line 28.
Okay.
As it's being amended on the sheet that is handed out, it moved them down.
The original, yeah.
It
So you
moved
can't
the
Do
go-
you want
line
me to say
numbers
what's on
down,
the
but
sheet?
Yeah, just on this sheet.
Okay.
That's where.
On line 30, please strike fiscal year 2018 general and insert general capital project. On line 33, strike account number 01000-456400 and insert account number 98018-456415-48033. On line 34 and 35, strike fire department, strike Account number 24035-57702. I'm starting to sound like you. During budget time. 577025 and $40,000. And insert equipment and account number 98118-5770030-48033 and the amount of $120,958.47. And on line 36, if you would please strike the entire line. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. We have a motion to amend as read. Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Boda seconds. The first thing any questions? Hearing none, I'll call the motion. All those in favor of the amendment to motion to ordinance number 2478, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the chair votes aye. Now we will vote on ordinance number 2478, the first reading. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
You wanna re-
And the chair votes aye.
Shall we read it as amended, or?
Oh, yeah, yes, we should.
Okay, I'll stick that in. This is an ordinance of the City of Salisbury approving a budget amendment of the Capital Project Fund to appropriate the funds to the radio communications project using funds donated to the city. Whereas the City of Salisbury Fire Department was notified by the Claude Bodel Jr. Revocable Trust that it was named as a beneficiary of the trust, and whereas the trust was executed and whereas the trust has executed the distribution of funds in the amount of $120,958.47 pursuant to Article 4B2B of the trust, and whereas the City of Salisbury Fire Department is in receipt of monies equal to the share as outlined in the trust, and whereas the funds appropriated are to be used to enhance its capabilities in providing the effective and efficient delivery of fire, rescue, and emergency medical services, and whereas the City of Salisbury Fire Department desires to allocate the funds to the radio communications project, whereas both the fire chief and the mayor have recommended that the city accept the monetary donation and allocate the funds to the radio communications project, now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Salisbury, Maryland, that the General Capital Project Fund budget be amended as follows. Paragraph 1, increased donation revenue, 98018-456415-48033 by $120,958.47. Paragraph 2, increase equipment account 98118-577-030-48033 by $120,958.47. That's it. As amended.
Thank you, Mr. Zellman. We appreciate it. You have a voicemail, by the way.
I think there should be background music every time Mark talks.
$5 charge.
He never skipped a beat.
No, he didn't.
Just-
Never came up for breath. He never came up for breath.
Yeah. Any requests for public comment?
No, sir.
All right. Anything for the good of the order? Hearing none, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thank you.